Welcome to Tales from College Football. This season I'll be pondering college football what-ifs, where we'll take glimpses into alternate realities and explore how the world of college football might have unfolded differently. I'm your host, Brandon Peterson. The Nebraska Cornhuskers have gotten rid of some pretty successful coaches over the years. Bo Pelini was 67-27. Frank Solich was 58-19. Well, in 1978, Tom Osborne was 55-15-2 and feeling the pressure from the greatest fans in all of college football. With an early loss to Alabama, Nebraska would cruise and win 8 straight before facing number 1 Oklahoma, a team that had been a thorn in Coach Osborne's side. Tom Osborne would get his first victory against Barry Switzer. This could be the year where Coach Osborne gets his first national championship. Except Nebraska would lose the following week to Missouri 35-31. To make matters worse, when the bowl game matchups were announced, you can probably imagine how disappointed it was to hear that Nebraska would be having a rematch against Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. Nebraska would lose, giving Coach Osborne another 9-win season. Tom Osborne would be offered the head coach position at the University of Colorado, a conference he was familiar with. It came with a large raise, less pressure, beautiful scenery, and excellent fishing. Tom Osborne couldn't bring himself to tell his players at Nebraska that he would be leaving them, and the rest is history. But what if Tom Osborne decided to make the big move out west? Imagine the possibilities. Nebraska fans would be excited to hire someone new who would help them return to championship glory. They'd toss around names like Dan Devine, John Robinson, or maybe Barry Switzer himself from enemy territory. Ultimately, athletic director Bob Devaney wouldn't find anyone suitable, causing him to come back to the coaching ranks and coach in the Big Red for a few more seasons. With an easy schedule, his ability to recruit, and having the experience of winning it all, Bob Devaney would give Big Red fans the satisfaction of defeating their former coach at Colorado, beating the Sooners, and beating number 4 Florida State in the Orange Bowl. With Ohio State losing to USC in the Rose Bowl, Alabama beating Arkansas in the Sugar Bowl, the UPI votes the Tide as number 1, but the Associated Press loves Coach Devaney coming back for his Huskers, and they win a share of the 1979 National Championship. Coach Osborne, going to Colorado, reevaluates his pro-style offense earlier than had he stayed with the Big Red and starts to develop his triple option attack in Boulder. Instead of being judged by losses to rival Oklahoma, Tom Osborne would enjoy a yearly tune-up game by beating in-state rival Colorado State every year they played. Opposing teams trying to keep up with Colorado's new triple option attack at the higher altitudes causes serious problems for the rest of the Big 8. When Coach Osborne recruits a young quarterback, Turner Gill, to Colorado with an already well-established offense, Nebraska will end up wishing they were more patient with Coach Osborne. Tom Osborne would end up winning multiple national championships with the Buffaloes in the 80s, including a blowout in the 1983 Orange Bowl versus Miami, preventing the Hurricane dynasty from the 80s from ever starting. Tom Osborne would retire in 1992 to spend more time outdoors and with his family, and he would have the perfect person in mind to replace him. It would be an assistant who came with him from Nebraska, but who had also played for Colorado. This would be defensive mastermind Charlie McBride. We would go on to see some fun matchups in a rivalry of two coaches leading their alma maters, McBride and the Buffaloes versus Frank Solich and the Huskers. These ripple effects on national championships, bowl games, coaching searches, and even the broader landscape of college football could have been immense in certain aspects, while other areas would have similar familiarity. This shift could have influenced today's conference realignment, recruiting pipelines of the 90s, and the overall development of college football through the 1980s and beyond. Thanks for listening to Tales from College Football with your host, Brandon Peterson. Tune in every other week as new what-ifs will be discussed from our favorite sport. Be sure to reach out and share your thoughts and ideas with me on X, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and TikTok at Code Peterson. You can also check out my website, codepeterson.com.